This is the British Museum. This is the British Museum. It's the world's largest world history museum, and it draws millions of visitors every year. Inside, it holds more than 8 million cultural and historical artifacts from all over the world, which cover 2 million years of human history. If you follow the museum's recommended list of don't miss items, you'll see its star pieces. Like this Easter Island sculpture that's about 1,000 years old, or this bronze sculpture of the Hindu god Shiva. But there's a problem hidden in the museum, and we can see an example of it along this route. Out of those 12 pieces, nearly half have disputed ownership. The British Museum claims those pieces belong there, on display for the world to see. But in recent years, many have been fighting to get them back to where they came from.
The list of disputed museum treasures keeps on growing.
Should cultural artifacts return to their home countries or be left in Western museums?
The subject of intense debate as to who should now own them.
Let's start with some context. In the late 1600s, the British Empire began expanding across several continents. It became the largest empire in history, controlling about a quarter of the world's land and population. During its centuries-long rule, the empire took precious resources and wealth from countries all over the world, including cultural and historical artifacts, many of which ended up here in the British Museum, which was founded in 1753 and kept growing to accommodate all the new pieces in its collection. Lots of the items in the museum were legally acquired and are completely undisputed, like this one, a 2,000-year-old Roman vase sold to the museum by a duke in 1945. The problem is with the pieces that are disputed, like the first item you see as soon as you walk in, the Rosetta Stone, taken by British troops from the French in what is now Egypt. Or further in, the Parthenon sculptures, removed from the Acropolis in Athens by a British lord and sent to the British Museum.
We need to locate
or
a bomb.
over here, on the floor dedicated to African art, the Benin bronzes, some of the most contentious items in the museum. The Benin bronzes are kind of hard to categorize because they include such a huge range of items, from engraved ivory tusks to brass sculptures to plaques. But they were all produced here, in the Kingdom of Benin, in present-day Nigeria.
Drone has located a bomb. Insertion in 10 seconds. 5 seconds to go. You've located a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it. You located a bomb. One op 4 remaining. One friendly operator remaining.
Rest in peace, Uwe Dreitenberg. Die großen Haberer. Pass auf.
User is online and active.
Shut the fuck up!
Op 4 eliminated.
Cheers, dude. I love a bitch.
wealthy and industrious kingdom produced thousands,
Alter.
but the kingdom didn't comply with Britain's trade demands. And in January of 1897, it led to what was called the Benin disaster, where Benin guards killed 7 British emissaries, plus their many guides and servants. In response, 1,200 British troops embarked on a mission called the Benin Punitive Expedition. The British wanted revenge, but the mission was about more than just that.
There were reports of these vast treasures in the palace of the king of Benin, and that if they could retrieve these treasures,
Kommt vom Zeitpunkt her.
sales from it could offset the cost of the invasion.
Need to use your drone to locate
This
a
was
bomb.
all well planned, and so the punitive expedition, in other words, was also an economic enterprise.
The British soldiers, armed with machine guns, conquered the city and burned it to the ground, but not before
Your drone has
carefully
found a
taking
bomb.
thousands of artifacts. They piled them up neatly, photographed them, and even labeled them loot. This photo, taken at the Benin Palace after the raid, shows soldiers with the dismantled plaques that were brought to the British Museum and sold all over the world.
10 seconds.
And after hundreds of years, the once prosperous kingdom was gone.
5 seconds
The
to
region
insertion.
fell under full British colonial control until 1960, when Nigeria,
Proceed to bomb
including
location and defuse it. Bomb has been located.
gained independence. But even though they were finally free, their historical artifacts were still spread all over the world, locked up in Western institutions like the Leipzig Museum
Drop
of
the
Ethnology
diffuser.
in Germany and the Quai Branly Museum in Paris, and, of course, the British Museum.
1995 in London. That was my first time of seeing an original ancient Benin but yes, at the British Museum. Being in the presence of these magnificent
1 op 4 remaining.
objects and knowing that I had to travel all the way from Nigeria to see for the first time these objects, it was a mixture of pride in the achievement of
Friendly operator
and
remaining.
anger mixed with a sense of loss at what could have been if I only had to travel a few hundred miles. But at this point, you're limited to those privileged.
The royal family tried to change that. They officially requested all cultural property illegally taken be returned to the rightful owner. But for the most part, the British Museum has ignored any requests. The museum is restricted by a government act that prevents it from returning objects, but it has also made its stance clear. In July of 2020, the British Museum told Vox, "We don't
been
restitute,
eliminated.
but we are absolutely committed to lending as widely as possible, including to Nigeria. The museum's foundational value resides in its breadth, scale, complexity, and unity, and as such is a true library of the world." Chika doesn't see it that way.
The British Museum still behaves like a colonial museum. You cannot claim to be an encyclopedic collector of stolen objects.
But some are starting to reckon with this history. In 2014, the grandson of this British soldier from the 1897 Benin Punitive Expedition returned these 2 items he had inherited to the Benin royal family. And in 2007, the Benin Dialogue Group was formed. Western museums that hold the bronzes and Nigerian government representatives have been discussing potential solutions ever since. But as of today, none of the bronzes have been returned. But this is just one story. This legacy is bigger than the Benin bronzes.
We need to
There are
locate a
hundreds
bomb.
of contested items in the British Museum, with their own rich histories and with original owners trying to retrieve them. But the problem is even bigger than the British Museum. It's a legacy of centuries of colonial power that repeats
Drone has
itself
located a
again
bomb.
and again, with different artifacts in different museums. Because these requests aren't just about items, they are also about cultural and historical identity.
Ten seconds.
Slup på boks.
5 seconds to go.
Gillette barberhøvler er skapt til bevegelser som tilpasser seg
You
ansiktets
found a bomb.
kulturer.
Make your way to
Gillette.
its location and defuse it.
Deploying a drone. A really big fucking... Drone activated.
Can you make your with your weapon?
Op 4 last stop standing.
Lass oss recht.
Friendly last operator standing.
Doch nicht links.
Left.
Op 4 eliminated. Friendly mission successful.
There is really a muddy pond in my ground. One thing, God can't find me ways and have never looked. I'm not going over an airflow. I'm going to say I might be a little excessive with it, but it's my sorghum. I'm going to eat all I want. That is so good. At our operation, lots of visitors come by, and there is nothing that catches
Secure the
their
area.
eye
Keep
more
the
than a
bombs
horse
protected.
going around.
Op 4 is located.
Benji, ready to go.
5 seconds to insertion. Op 4 has located a bomb. Get ready to engage.
around in a circle. So we keep a horse hitched up there and press out cane the old-fashioned way. And for the most part, my dad runs that. It takes a lot of effort to make sorghum. If I want the past that I'm keeping alive. Y'all like a sample of it? Would you? Have you ever had sorghum? No? All right, we're going to give everybody a little taste of it here today. That's good, isn't it? Wow. What do you think? Do you like that? It's not just me and my wife making Muddy Pond sorghum. It is a family effort to make sorghum that it brings to the customer.
Secure the bombs. ATS deployed, ready to go.
Swapping mag! Reinforce the wall!
Bomb locations are secure. ATS activated sector. Stay clear of ATS line of fire.
Deterrent deployed. Sentry ready.
Killer is active.
Unrolling radar fire. Is on.
Shooting mags!
Electroclaw is on. You have entered enemy control area. Op 4 located a bomb. Protect it. Op 4 has located a bomb. You know what to do. Someone exposed you. Op 4, last operator standing. Someone is tracking you. You will be detected if you remain clear. Spotted. Op 4 eliminated. Mission successful.
I guess I feel like there's nothing.
Rechts and links. Okay, thanks.
Rechts is if you're a Nazi and if you're
There's one more dish we're waiting for.
No.
Do you have any ideas?
No.
Let's take a look.
Madame Phuong are part of the reason why Vietnam dodged the pandemic so swiftly. But some fueled shop is closed. This place is going strong, making food that's cheap and delicious by local standards or any other.
So they understand that this is a very difficult time and they're suffering a lot. But there's still hope. She still have to make banh mi to donate to the people that have to quarantine. Still very busy.
It's been 3 months since the last case of corona in Vietnam. Strong, community-minded folks like Madame Phuong are part of the reason why Vietnam dodged the pandemic so swiftly. But some restaurateurs are still adjusting to the new normal.
Can I tell you, under this band is just white skin and sunburn all around it.
I'm not surprised.
This is my good friend Andrew.
Hey.
Hi.
Actually, he lives in Hoi An.
Oh, okay. Did we met before?
No, I've never met. We've never met.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Meet Miss V, a food icon, restaurant pioneer, book author, and mother. She doesn't feel the pulse of food in Hoi An. She is the pulse. She owns 7 restaurants, but right now, all 7 are closed. So today we're crashing her home kitchen, where she's making spring rolls. Made with grilled pork, herbs, and pickled veggies, wrapped in rice paper.
We go across the land, be it sun or snow. We're the newest fashion man in the U.S. So
Grab one of these, Andrew.
Thank you.
Dipping sauce.
Oh, wow.
I love the texture.
That's perfect. For me, I don't like it when it has a ton of vermicelli because you can make it just as good and super healthy just with a lot of vegetables.
Yeah, very low calorie, you can tell.
Yeah, that's a great spring roll.
Good dish for drink.
9 years ago, she published a cookbook that sold over 35,000 copies. She opened the first cooking class for foreigners in Vietnam. She appeared on CNN, and for some reason, she's agreed to be on my show, where she's revealing her secrets of success.
The secret.
Drone has located a bomb. Before insertion. 5 seconds to go. You found a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it. You located a bomb. The user is active, protected at all costs. Down to 1 friendly. Op 4 eliminated. Friendly mission successful.
Hard work and love what you do. Today I'm gonna make clam soup using a lemongrass. I got some.
For you.
So I can. We have to talk about it.
Small?
There's no way that exists.
Okay, so in the Mekong Delta, they just had rice field rats, and I ate it, and it was pretty good. These They're huge.
These are super rats. Adorable on the outside, weighing up to 4.5 pounds, costing up to $25 each.
So it meant food, ear, the bamboo, and the sugar cane.
They can't jump out of these boxes?
You cannot jump over.
They can't, oh no, what a curse. Their cage is just a 2-foot wall and they just look up like...
Man, I wish I had back leg muscles.
Mr. Sun buys baby bamboo rats and raises them for 8 months before they're sold to specialty restaurants.
How'd you get into this kind of business?
Locate a bomb.
He found information on the internet, and then, okay, it's got me into it. Because at first it looked cute. Yes.
Does anyone buy them for pets?
Not yet.
Drone has found a
Wildlife bamboo rat, but now the government, they don't allow to do it, so they bring it home.
They don't allow people to do what, hunt?
Yeah, right.
When's the last time you ate rat?
Common rat or this rat?
This one.
Because it's expensive. Not fit to eat, fit to sell.
Right, I had that problem in college with drugs.
Oh.
10 seconds.
The bamboo rat will be prepared 3 ways, but first it's boiled in
5
lemongrass
seconds
and
before
coconut
insertion.
water.
You know, recently there's been a pandemic. Has your business been affected by a
The bomb
lockdown?
location and defuse it. You have dropped the diffuser. The diffuser is now secure. Must recover the diffuser. Friendly, last operator standing.
Left the hallway.
Anything like that.
This in the breeding season is not ready for the restaurant yet, so the pandemic don't affect much on him.
Pandemic proof.
I used to know. Half of it is hacked into pieces and eaten with herbs and shrimp paste. The other half is cooked with turmeric and bamboo shoots. We've already used 2 halves, but one dish still remains. I want Andrew to see what it is first.
Boom. And rat.
Right.
In Vietnamese, it's called deep gun.
Thick mint blood and
If I didn't have the visuals of it, I'm not sure I'd have a problem.
And no likely danger to your health.
I'm cool with it.
Well, meanwhile, the flavor, it does have a bit of iron in there, but the blood's not that strong because they've mixed it with so many fresh herbs. It's
You're right.
very aromatic. Do you know anyone who's ever gotten sick from eating raw blood like that?
không sao is the magic word.
For everything?
Yeah.
All right, so that happened. Next is this one. Okay, so we put it in a leaf, put it in a little bit of shrimp paste. Dip harder. I don't know, that's a pretty aggressive dip. I think. I went over the top.
Man, it's hard to taste anything. Nam tom and the betel nut, they're just such rich flavors.
Right, Mom Tom smells like athlete's foot. It's like rotten organic matter. Chase it with some booze. The skin is so thick.
And this has been pressure cooked for hours.
I'm trying to think of something relatable to compare it to. Oh, the rat that I had in Nigeria. So people who have had the Nigerian rat, you would know that this one's kind of similar to that. Wow.
Come on, Brain, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try one that's just meat. Dark meat vibes, like a chicken thigh, but more fat and even more like dense. Pretty good.
Right, I could eat that. It's definitely a lot better than the blood.
Use your drone to locate a bomb.
There we go. Here we have a rat hot pot full of what? French fries?
No, it's related to the name of the...
Oh, bamboo shoots.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun and exciting.
I like the theme.
I'm gonna get a little bit of broth and a little bit of these bamboo shoots. I like that. That seems healthy and vegan.
There's a foot, there's a head.
There's a head?
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. This is the head split in half vertically.
Right.
Oh, I'll take that.
Okay, everything that's here.
Thank you. Wow, this one is the side of a head. Oh my God, I just pulled the tooth out. This tooth has chewed through kilometers of bamboo.
Okay, it's still alive.
I'm gonna eat a little bit of this face skin. Is that a nostril? Jeebus.
Yeah.
Chewy.
A bomb must be located and defused.
Scanning for electronic devices.
Bomb has been located.
Very chewy, but a better chewy because it's warm.
Well, I think you're right. It's easier to bite through, but that sort of gelatiny rat skin is not really the flavor.
Hey, should we for 3 years? I thought I'd seen everything. And something special happens when a pandemic sweeps the globe and you have no choice but to make more content in your own backyard. Suddenly, you start finding things that you never knew were there.
A couple of hours ago, I didn't even know this creature existed.
Somehow, our production team has scoured the entire country, finding the most unique food, and they have really done their job this time.
I'm a little bit more apprehensive now for the remainder of this trip, that is for sure.
I have a feeling this is just the beginning.
Oh, God.
Hoi An is a treasure, a gem tucked away inside Southeast Asia. Those who experience it will never forget. Only the slow passing of time will tell us what the future holds for this place and the people of this tourist getaway. But folks here are resourceful. They're survivors. Whatever this pandemic throws at them, they'll take in stride. And when the time is right, they'll swing the doors open, inviting guests from all around the world once more. Also, now that producer me has forced us to eat rat, for sure, the next episode has got to be a breeze.
Right here, my man.
Bro, what the hell is that thing?
Have you ever seen anything like this?
That is insane.
And be sure to check out our second channel, More Best Ever Food Review Show, for raw clips and deleted scenes that didn't make it into the show.
Hey guys, it's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as we enjoyed making it. Did you enjoy making it?
Secure the area. Keep the bombs protected.
Reinforcements in place. Loading back.
Increase surveillance on bombs. Op 4 has the diffuser.
Ready.